Radio working? Works. Okay, so today you guys have an exit card on limit definition of derivative. I will grade them and give you feedback by tomorrow. First period went very well. The only issues were arithmetic. So, watch your step. The questions that are always asked on this, you guys are okay with finding average, it's just slope, y minus y over x minus x. Everyone always asks about 13, like how do I do limit definition of derivative for this, and oh my goodness. Well, I told you that calculus can't handle absolute value. So you could do that and then do limit definition of each individual side, which is a royal pain in the butt. Or you could just go, well, golly, I know what that graph looks like. What's the slope for all the numbers on the right?
1.
Positive 1. What is the slope for all the numbers on the left?
-1.
Done. Okay. And for straight lines, you know the slope, y equals mx plus b. What's the m? Positive 1, negative 1. Where does it change? At 0. And this comes up in chapter 3, but what's the slope at 0? Undefined. Because what is the slope at the corner? Wow. I don't know. Your calculator will tell you it's 0 and your calculator is wrong. Because what your calculator does is a limit definition of derivative that we do not use. They add a smidgen and they subtract a smidgen, and it's over 2 smidgens. So what it's doing is, hey, it's 0, it's 0, it's 0, and your calculator, to do the math, it defines smidgen as I'll go till I get to 1,000th away. And it's like 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, touchdown, the slope must be 0, and it's wrong. We will show this later. I don't know what Desmos does. Let me see. And 29 is just tedious, but it's like we did yesterday. And 31 was the same slope from part 11. So the slope was this. But asking the question this way, like, hey, what x values makes this slope -1? Take the equation of slope, set it equal to the slope they wanted, and solve for x. How would we solve for x with you? There's different choices. What would we do?
Multiply the x minus 1 squared to the other side, and then I'll divide both sides by -1. And then square root both sides. So this plus or minus 1. And then add 1 to both sides.
Okay. Totally valid way to go. And some of you will expand this and get x squared minus 2x plus 1 and factor from there. So they are both accurate and they both have different pitfalls. Here, when I'm about to call you Nico, Constantine said doing the square root, he said plus or minus. He remembered that. If you forget, you're going to lose one of the answers. And some of you, when expanding this, you make it x squared minus 1 or plus 1, and you forget the 2x, -2x thing in the middle. Whatever your least error-prone way is, go for it.
So just to make sure, we keep the limit as h goes to 0 until there's like no h left, right?
Until you can plug h in.
Okay.
Until you can go, h is now 0 and it's not causing a divide by 0 problem.
Would it be wrong if we still put the limit as h goes to 0 when like you could plug
No,
in?
but it's not necessary. Like, again, my goal is to make you guys as efficient as possible. Because even though, oh my gosh, the basic calc exam is long, think it's 3 hours and 15 minutes of seat time, maybe 3.5. And some people really want all of those minutes, so I try to show you faster ways to go. But that's fine. Were there any other questions from the homework? Any of the homeworks? Yeah.
Like when we reach like the end of a problem, like what notation do you want us to use? Like when you like finally plug the h into 0, do you want us to say like the limit of whatever equals something, or?
So this one, what we did yesterday, f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h, and then we do all the work,
Yeah.
and then we got so kind of what I'd like to see is the equation for the slope. So f prime of x is this. And then if it asks something like this, now give me the equation of the tangent line. There were 2 answers where the slope was -1 at x equals 0 and x equals 2. So the tangent lines would be y minus the y value equals slope x minus the x value. And this one was a -1 and this one was a 2.
Okay.
And then there are my 2 answers for the tangent lines. Those guys.
Okay, and then also, when we're running the equations of the lines, we can leave them like that. right?
Oh, yeah. Please do.
Great.
Okay, I have covered all the material that is on your test on Thursday. I want to make sure that you know that things are posted on Canvas. A sample test is up there. This is it. So to show you the kinds of things that can be on a Chapter 2 test. Okay, go away. Being able to evaluate limits at the infinities, at numbers, be able to show work if you need to, know your unit circle, know the limit as x goes to 0 of x over sine x or sine x over x. Those go to 1, but at infinity, that's a different question. So be able to evaluate limits, be able to determine discontinuities given a piecewise function, and be able to solve a system of equations. Overall, a general weakness for the last 10 years. Y'all not good at systems, but this, you need to make it glue together at the points. You'll get 2 equations, find the A, find the B. And then there's always a wild card, like number 10. This is asking, do you understand what that notation means? So what does it mean?
The derivative of f at x equals 2 is 0.
Boom. That looks like limit definition of the derivative at a point. So I have ways of coercing you into knowing that without making you write it out. So this is the derivative of the function x evaluated at 2, and its answer, its slope, is 0. Okay? So there's always some kind of wild card that you may or may not know. Just got to be able to think about it. And then, of course, there will be some question where I ask, use the limit definition of derivative and find this. So this one also has find the average. That's just changing y over changing x. Okay, lots of questions I see. That was sarcasm. So how are you guys feeling on stuff? Do you want to try any of these? Should I just give you the exit card and let you do whatever you want to do as like review? Because there's the sample test and there's also the chapter 2 review that you could work on. So we can just do the exit card and you can do your own thing. Yes? Okay. So clear your desks. Can you guys, like, those of you that are especially groups of 3, can the person that's in the middle go to a different group of desks? Sorry.